Hey YouTube, Angie here, dropping another video. So I wanted to talk about briefly the boycotts that are happening with Target and Walmart and their DEIs, or lack of support for those programs. Well, not even specifically to talk about that, because I really don't like to get into politics too tough. But I'm just going to solely speak on my opinion on just boycotts in general and how I feel about it. This is just simply my 2 cents, that's all, nothing more. If you like what you see and you like the content at the end, you know what to do. Definitely press that like, share, and subscribe button, and leave a comment if you feel free. So boycotts, right? So in history, boycotts are used to get the word out, definitely bring awareness to a world community, especially when it comes to civil rights, mistreatment of all kinds of people, especially within the Black community. This is a tool that we use often. I think though, at this time in our lives, no matter where you are, I think boycotts are good and they do have their space. However, right now, I don't think for this particular situation with Target and Walmart or anyone who doesn't support DEIs, I don't think boycotts are the way to go. At this time, if you are a person who patronizes at these companies and you've always felt that your dollar is not supported, then I think that is the best time to just simply not support. I mean, boycotting for a day, or I saw in the news where one person was saying, we should definitely boycott one time of the week, maybe a Friday, for the next year. And I mean, call me crazy, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please write in the comments, let me know. But to simply not support a company for a day who doesn't treat you well, I mean, yeah, they have less of your money because they didn't get your money on Friday. But if you go back on a Saturday, a Tuesday, a Thursday, they still have your money, even though it's less of it. So where's the interaction supposed to happen where they're supposed to, for lack of a better term, repent for what they've done and then change that behavior by finding better solutions, better problem-solving things to deal with a community who clearly feels disrespected. So, I don't know. I thought to myself, what's wrong with us just, as a nation? I think we are too dependent on what's convenient. A lot of the times, and I'll just speak specifically from the community I'm from, I'm an African American woman, and when it comes to my personal items, especially hair products or skincare or things like that, yes, in the past, Target has been my go-to. Sometimes, and that's when I live by Walmart, yes, Walmart would be my go-to, because it could be that it's convenient, that's always the #1 thing, or depending on prices compared to other places, maybe their prices are better, but at the end of the day, there would be times you go into those stores, whether it's happening to me personally or I see it with other people, their dollars are respected, especially if, for instance, someone comes to bring stuff back that's been damaged, or a particular thing doesn't go out or go right within the transaction that they're having with the person who's on staff. When things like that happen, that's more of a reason to kind of, all right, like, step away and think about, well, who am I supporting? At the end of the day, walking away, boycotting them for a day is just not enough. It really isn't enough. Small businesses are the bee's knees, if you ask me. I think this is a great time to pivot and find businesses, small owned businesses, or even a business, just a plain old business, who supports you, respects your dollar, and respects, pretty much what you stand for. At the end of the day, it is best that before trying to find a new space, a new company to deal with, look up the owner, see who the owner is, see what, transactions that they've had financially, see if it's something that fits your belief system. Because at the end of the day, if we're boycotting these companies and we're still supporting them by going to them 6 days out of the week, out of the 7, then nothing is going to change. These companies do not care about our well-being. They do not care about how valuable the products that we use are to us. The only thing they care about is getting your money. And if they treat you bad doing it in the process, I'm sure they're not fazed by that. I just want to give something for people to think about. And specifically within my own personal community with Black-owned businesses, I believe that Black-owned businesses definitely have sacrificed so much. They put so much of their lives into their businesses because we come from a situation, or those people who have their businesses come from a situation where, yes, they may start a company for their own self-fulfillment, but at the end of the day, indirectly or directly, they're doing it for you. They're doing it for me. Because before, I'm gonna say about 5 years ago, which is during the pandemic, when a light bulb went off with these companies, and like, oh wow, we could still get money from them if we put their products in our stores. Okay, great. But now we're at a situation where we're not being valued, and even the staff who works in these companies are not being valued. So that means less opportunities, right? So, I mean, think of it this way. Your small business owner had you in mind when they built it up their business. Without these companies, you wouldn't have a Target or a Walmart who's trying to gouge and take advantage of a situation. This all points back to, oppression and folks taking advantage, and marginalized people who they know they don't have enough resources to advocate for themselves. Not to get too deep, I probably went off the deep end there, but I just want to give folks something to think about, because giving money to a company who clearly doesn't care about you, I keep repeating this because I want people to hear it. Pivot. Don't give them your money and pivot. I personally have looked for Black-owned businesses that I personally patron quite often, and just slowly but surely, and now more than ever, I won't be going back to Target or any business that doesn't support people of color. So I think it's important for us, once again, we need to pivot. Boycotting at this point in our lives is not going to help anything. It's not going to make people change who have the mindset of a negative mindset. A person who doesn't care about you doesn't care about you. If you're in a relationship with a person who you may like, you may be, having the best of time with them, but if you come to find out within their behaviors that they don't care about you, I mean, God forbid, I hope you don't stay, but you shouldn't. You should value yourself. And I think that is actually, believe it or not, the biggest lesson. I think a lot of the time we think things are very transactional and very simple, but sometimes it's more than skin deep. If you love yourself and you value what you do and what you give out as far as your resources, then your money is included in that, and so is your self-respect and your self-worth. So if you care about your dollar, give it to a business who supports you and respects you. That's what we need to do. Boycotting is a waste of time. So I hope I didn't offend anybody. I hope I only, gave a different perspective. That's all. I love you guys. Please be safe out there. God bless you. God is love. and have a wonderful rest of the week. Thanks.